Hello, there we are. Well, 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 Liverpool, look at this turnout. Oh my goodness. Give yourselves a round of applause. You look stunning. This is an amazing turnout, and we know why, because this is the last panel of the day. It's ComicCon Liverpool, presented by Monopoly Events. It's Sunday Fun Day, and I think we've saved the best for last. Am I right? Yeah! Keep that energy going, because we need to get a big, warm welcome, Liverpool style, to Sebastian Stan! Keep it going for Sebastian Stan!
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. So look at this turnout. My goodness. Wow.
Can I just say one thing?
Yes, of course.
I just really want to say this, like, from the heart. I want to thank all of you for coming. Kids, parents, driving hours, flying. It's expensive. There were a lot of gifts. There were a lot of beautiful things that were said to me. You guys gave me great hugs. And I'm really, really blessed to have gotten to meet you. And I've felt really welcomed. And I just thank you for coming. Thank you.
We have lovely people here in Liverpool. They're so polite. They're so happy to see you. And we're so grateful you could come all the way here. But what's the Comic-Con experience been like in Liverpool? I'm sure you've done a few of these, but what's this rowdy town been like for you?
No, it's been, I was going to say it's been really smooth. It's been really very relaxed and sort of nice, and people were very kind. You have a great crew working here in Liverpool. I mean, the entire team that I was working with. Amy and Anne, they were all very sweet, so I think it was good.
Awesome. I've heard nothing but amazing things and amazing feedback from all of the fans that have met you. But I hadn't met you before, so I was a little nervous, and I thought, oh my gosh, what's he like? Sebastian Stan, wow, I'm a big fan. And I didn't have to be worried, because we actually have a mutual friend in Adam Pearson.
No way! Actually,
Yes.
yeah, you told me that. That's
Yes.
right. Oh, that's
and
great.
you were, of course, in the film, which is an unmissable film, A Different Man. Tell us about the film. If they're not familiar with it, what can they expect from the film? Adam is a sweetheart, and he just spoke so highly of you.
Look, everyone that I came in contact with seemed like very smart, intelligent, sensitive people, and I think you will like this movie if you just give it a chance. I promise you, it's like nothing you've ever seen. And it's got amazing actors in it, like Adam Pearson, and it's just totally, totally unique. There's a beautiful, beautiful message about disability and disfigurement. It makes us think differently about it. And beyond that, it's tragic and it's funny and it's totally relatable, because it's all about being yourself. It's about being true to who you are and owning who you are. And it doesn't matter where you come from or what you think, I think you'll connect with it, so please watch it. It's my advertisement.
Yeah. Thank you for making such a powerful film. I feel like it's something that a Comic-Con crowd would really get behind, because we're all about inclusivity and having confidence.
Adam Pearson and I can be back here next year together.
Book it, Andy. Book it, please. Well, I have to talk to you about The Winter Soldier, because one of my personal favorites. I mean, what was it like when you got the news you're going to be entering the Marvel Universe?
You know, it's still really surreal, because I remember, I got this phone call. I was working on this movie that was not a very good movie called The Apparition. And I remember doing that movie going like, no one's going to see this film. Except Kevin Feige, who actually did see footage from the film, and he came to the editing room. Joel Silver was the producer, and really was very helpful and instrumental in me getting Bucky Barnes, because he would show Kevin footage from the film. And then, I got a call after, about a couple weeks after I screen tested for the Steve Rogers role, and they said, I think, you should play this other role.
Well, we have Brandon Routh here, who's Superman. I mean, we have a lot of heroes around Liverpool this weekend. What are your earliest memories of superheroes, and who were your favorites growing up?
I mean, it's tough because now I have to go to the other side. And by the way, the other side is, I'm just gonna tell you, pretty great. You know what movie I'm really excited for? Supergirl. That movie, I'm gonna raise the bar. That movie is gonna be fucking great because it's got Craig Gillespie directing it, who's an unbelievable director, and I think that I'm very excited about that movie. But I grew up with the Tim Burton Batman and Batman Returns. Those were big movies for me as a kid growing up. I was obsessed with Batman Returns in particular. I actually really like Batman Forever as well. I was obsessed with Jim Carrey, so the Riddler, Jim Carrey was one of my favorites.
I feel so validated because it's a very controversial, polarizing thing to pick a favorite Batman or a favorite Batman movie. But I think Batman Forever is one of the best they've ever done. Nicole Kidman, the cast is incredible.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fun one. I think obviously it's different than the other two, but it's still fun and the characters are great. And then of course, when you go and you look at the Chris Nolan films and Iron Man, the first Iron Man I remember seeing that in the theater and being totally blown away and thinking, wow, this is something else altogether.
I remember seeing the first Iron Man. That really changed the landscape of the Marvel universe. I remember thinking, how are they going to top that? And they kept doing it and kept doing it and kept doing it. It's still going so well. There's so much to look forward to in the future. But out of all the roles that you've played, though, do you have one that you're particularly proud of?
Well, I mean, I'm proud of all of them, to be honest. Even in the films that didn't work or whatever, because all of it for me felt like a stepping stone. It was always a learning lesson, and you have to fail. Like in life, in work, and I believe in life too, you have to fail. Failure is actually really good for you because it causes you to look at yourself, and it's about getting back up and learning. Okay, what worked, what didn't work, but at least you tried. It's much harder in life if you don't try, whatever that is. That's why there were so many people that showed me these drawings today of myself and Bucky Barnes. I was just incredible artists. I mean, if you're out there, you have to keep drawing. It doesn't matter if you're not, it's not in a museum or whatever, but you have to do it. It's part of who you are, and it's important, But I am proud of Bucky in the sense because it's been 15 years and Thunderbolts is coming and there'll be another interesting reiteration. So yeah, did you guys see the trailer? Excited.
Well, there's so many things we talk about when it comes to ComicCon. There's cosplay to see, we have great vendors here, but there's so many genres represented. There's Harry Potter, there's sci-fi, what are you a fan of when you come to ComicCon? Who are the people you want to see? What are the franchises that speak to you?
I'm just a fan of the costumes. When I see someone, there was someone here that came and they were dressed up as the candle, Lumiere. Phenomenal. That was incredible. There was a Bane I saw. There were a few there were some great Winter Soldiers. But I appreciate the commitment. So I thank you for the people that really went out.
What is the most obscure cosplay that you've ever seen at ComicCon?
Oh God, that's a tough one. Obscure.
One that you like that's not like a normal. Because we had an Ace picture and I fangirled him. That was hysterical.
That would have been amazing.
Austin Powers running around. Yeah.
I would have loved that one. Anything Jim Carrey's always. There was a Riddler. That was pretty good. Yeah.
Well, guys, I could fangirl all day long as a Sebastian Stan. See what I did there?
You said it right.
I did it. That's embarrassing. But let's get to you guys. We are Monopoly Events by the fans, for the fans. Let's take it to the audience. We've got a question over here. Microphone number 1.
My God, that's the pilot. Jack.
Yes!
Oh, sorry,
I remember you.
Do you think Bucky will be a great dad?
Jack, with the heartstrings. Yeah, I think so. I think he could be a great dad. I mean, would you guys want to see him? Yeah. What would his son or daughter dress up as for Halloween? I don't know. Captain America, exactly. I know.
Iron Man.
Iron Man, exactly. That would be, yeah, exactly. Plenty of choices. Yeah, I think so. I think so, Jack. Why not?
Let's give Jack a round of applause. That was a great one. We're going to get a microphone number 2 over here on the left. Hello.
Hi, I'm Erin. I'm sorry for crying. This is the best moment of my life. My question is, if you could go back and film a prequel to any film for any character you've ever done, what would it be?
If I go back to any character, any film.
In film a prequel
A
for it.
prequel.
Oh, prequel. I mean, we could probably do with a prequel. We could do with a prequel before Captain America: First Avenger. So we could really like learn maybe more about like their friendship, their relationship. You know, I don't know. Or we could even do a prequel before Captain America: Winter Soldier, where we're actually seeing what happened. You know, with him, because we've never really explored that as much. You know, we always see him towards the very end of his Winter Soldier arc, but when he had this other double life, you know, where, I don't know, he taught like Black Widow how to be Black Widow. I mean, that might be interesting to see. Again, if you guys are interested, we'll see.
Are you interested? We're going to go to microphone number 3 up top on the right. Hello.
Hi, my name's Isla. This is my little brother Dougie. Our question is, what is the funniest thing that's ever happened on set of like a Marvel project?
Funniest thing that's ever happened on set of a Marvel project. Oh God, there's definitely been many times. Well, you know, watching Anthony Mackie like sort of do anything is pretty epic, you know. I remember one time he was fighting George. Was he fighting George Pierre? I think, yeah, in the TV show, and he goes, "George Pierre just really hit me for real." And I was like, well, you know, I wonder why. You know, look, I mean, anytime, I'm trying to think, there's been a lot of, you know, we always had a good time, even with the stunts. I think everybody had a good time. I mean, watching Paul Bettany in the morning get ready for Vision was pretty funny. Like, that takes a long time, you know.
Thank you. Great question. We're going to microphone number 4 up at the top on the left.
Hi, sorry, I'm crying as well. Sorry, my question's gone. This is about the new trailer. We see the Winter Soldier pull the arm out of the dishwasher. Now, both Bucky and Shuri are my favourites. Did Bucky give Shuri a heart attack, or did Shuri tell him he can do that?
Well, I'm pretty sure he kind of looked at the dishwasher one day and thought, why not? Makes a lot of sense, you know. I thought it was kind of funny when I first saw that, you know, in the script. But it is a quick way of doing it, you know, at the end of the day. Just throw it in there with a couple of, you know, leftover dishes and stuff. So I think it was his idea.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll go back to microphone number 1 here on the right. Hello.
Hi, my name's Mia. If you could play any other Marvel character, who would you play?
Any other Marvel character?
Yeah.
It's so hard for me to even see it in any other way. It's like really tough to say that. Oh God, I don't know.
Groot?
That's a good one. Groot would be good. Rocket looks like a fun character to play. He's got like a cool arc, so maybe Groot or yeah. Any of the Guardians are great.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much. We've got a lovely princess at microphone number 2 on the left.
If you could bring any 2 people back, who would it be and why?
If I could bring any 2 people back
In the Marvel movies, who would it be and why?
that are gone, is anyone gone? Really? Do I want Steve back?
It's a lot of grief though, you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, Steve Rogers should come back. Come on. I think that would be fun. Would love that, obviously. Who else? Natasha, obviously. I mean, there's about 27 films with Natasha that haven't been done yet that I keep pushing for, but yeah. There you go, Natasha and Steve Rogers.
Thank you so much. Here's someone you might recognize at microphone number 3 at the top on the
Captain
right.
America. Or is that
Hello, I'm David.
David?
It's an honor to meet you, sir, and I flew all the way from Sweden to see you.
Thank you, man.
Thank you for coming all that
Anyway, my question is, even if I found the ending of Endgame very emotional, a lot of people frame it as if Steve abandoned Bucky. But I don't think it's that simple. And how do you see it, and how do you think Bucky sees it?
What do you mean at the Avengers Endgame?
Yeah, like he went back in time, and
No, I mean, I never saw it that way, you know?
Yeah.
I guess if I didn't see it that way, then Bucky didn't see it that way. Because we're the same person.
It's really a lot like it, I'll say. Yeah.
Look, David.
yeah.
I just wanted to say your name. David, it's a sweet ending. It's a sweet ending.
Yeah.
Because you gotta remember the thing about these 2 guys, right, is like their youth was stolen from them.
Yeah.
Their youth was stolen from them. They both wanted to do the right thing. And it was, remember, it was like the time period, it was enlisting, it was World War II, it was a noble thing to do. But in a sense, you know, for better or worse, they lost their lives in a way. One of them got brainwashed, the other one, the burden of the world fell on his shoulders, right? So at the end of that film, it's sort of like one of them goes, I gotta do this for me. And the other guy is like, I got it, I know. You do that for you and I'll do this for me, you know? So in a way, it was a sweet ending, I guess.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All the way from Sweden. Phenomenal. We'll go to microphone number 4 at the top on the left. Hello.
Hi, Sebastian. It's great to see you in Liverpool. And you played Bucky for over 13 years. What's changed your life in the MCU and why?
Oh, I mean, a lot of my life has changed with the MCU, you know? I mean, like you said, it's been 13. I thought it was 15 years at this point. I mean, I felt like I grew up a lot, you know, and as a result, Bucky grew up a lot in a way. And that's what I was saying. Every time I go back, it's different because I'm different. I'm constantly, I think, or trying to at least evolve, right? And keep growing and keep questioning. And still got my own demons, you know, here and there. Like, and he does too. And so it's always different for me in a way. But it's been nice to have this sort of parallel, you know, in life of like a brother I never had. That's how I look at it. I was an only child, you know. So Bucky's like this sibling I never had, and so we're always tied. You know?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Great question so far, everybody. We've got a microphone number 1 here on the right. Hi.
Hi. You said in interviews that to prepare for challenging role of a real-life person, like in The Apprentice, you look at hours and hours of footage until you've learned all the mannerisms. And you also said in a recent interview that you were still carrying Trump while portraying Bucky and Thunderbolt. So how is your process to let go of these characters after filming is finished, and how long do they still haunt you?
that last one might for a little while longer. I don't know. Maybe 4 years. But, you know, it's all different, right? Every character's different. Bucky's, it's weird. Again, like, because you kind of keep coming back to it, something about it is always familiar. It's always, I mean, you know, it is different, but there's a familiarity there. So I have kind of like, sort of a small hand with him. You know, with these other characters, I mean, it all can be different. It depends on how much is required of you. And let me tell you that last thing was not very easy at all. So I think it takes time, but I look at it like, I look at characters like relationships, you know? You're in a relationship, like, it's like, I don't know if you ever heard that saying, but it's like when someone's going like, oh, I just broke up with this person, like, how long is it gonna take me to get over them? And I go, how long have you been with them? 4 years. Well, 4 years. You know, I mean, there's a little truth to that sometimes. It's like, it's not just, you know, I try, like, when I get in there, I don't really think for myself. I'm in that thing. I'm in that person as much as I can. And so, you know, it takes a second, but you definitely learn about yourself every time.
Thank you so much. It
Thank
was a great movie.
Thank you so much. Great question. These are great questions, you guys. Be proud of yourself. We have a question at microphone number 2 on the left.
Hi, I'm Casey. I'm 16. I came from New York. And David from number 3 stole my question, so I'm going to ask another one. Come on, David.
How about that? Same question.
I met you earlier, too. So what encouraged you to, like, keep on going as an actor? And, yeah, like, whenever, like, what's a trick for resilience, I guess?
What's the last part?
Like, something like resilience. Like,
Resilience.
how do you word that? Like, I don't know.
Well, look, it's tough. I mean, the thing for me with acting was, you know, it was like the first time I felt like I could speak. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, my mom was trying to get me into acting when I was really little, and I didn't want to do it, you know. So even if you see your little ones, like, kind of like they might have the bug or something, let them discover it. I think because it will feel like it's their own, you know. And so I was allowed to discover it, and then as soon as I did, I couldn't stop thinking about it. Nothing brought me more joy. No sport, no, you know, like instrument. No, it was just what I really had fun, and it has to start with that. You know, I was having fun before I was looking at what other actors were doing. You know, I wasn't comparing myself to anybody. You're living in a world now where you're consistently always comparing yourselves to a million people you're seeing on your phones. You know, you have to be careful with that, because you have to ask yourself, is this really for me, or is this because I'm seeing this person I look at, or I'm jealous of, or I'm envy, or whatever, you know? Is this something that gives you freedom? And we're so easily judged, and I think a lot of that resilience comes from allowing yourself to spend time with whatever it is that you're looking at, you know, whether it's music, whether it's painting or something. Is it bringing you joy, or is it torturing you? You know, if it's torturing you, then maybe it's not for you. Maybe something else is you're meant to do. But I believe that we all come into this life as creatives, like children are the most creative. I mean, Jack over there, the pilot, you know, he told me he flew a plane. And then I said, how was your flight? He said, fine, my engine went off. I was like, I want to be Jack. Because he's dreaming. He's free. You know what I mean? And the older we get, the less freedom we get, because we're constantly being told how to be, and we're looking at different people. And so if you're going to look at someone, here's a great advice that I was given in acting school. If you're going to steal, and everybody steals, by the way. Everyone always steals, the greatest artist or whatever. Okay? If you're going to steal from the best. Don't look at somebody you know, like, make sure that you're looking at the right people that are influencing you. It's really important. And the support around you, you know. Friends are a big thing. It's my closest friends are people that I've known, like, that I went to high school with, that I've known for 15 plus years, because they can tell me the truth, you know, and they're not afraid to support you. They're not competing with you. You know, it's tough. You're asking a really hard question. But you know, resilience comes from inside, and not being afraid to just accept the things that are like different about you, and accept the things that you're not like everybody else, and that's fine. That actually is your way. So go down that way, not the way that everyone else is going.
Thank you. You've been a huge inspiration to me and many others.
Oh, bless you. You got this, girl. Thank you so much. Beautiful advice. Thank you for that. We have a question at the top, microphone 3 on the right. Hello.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I know there have been quite a few deeper questions, so I wanted to ask a more light-hearted one. If you could only choose one song to listen to for the rest of your life, what would it be and why?
One song for the rest of my life. Oh, God. I was going to be like, she's a mania, mania. No, not that one. That might get old. I could listen to anything by Hall & Oates, and I'll be fine. This Must Be the Place is a really good one. Always puts me in a good mood. I don't know. Maybe that. It's tough. That you're gonna one song for the rest of your life. It is gonna be going insane. But
Thank you. Great question. While we have the time here, we're in Liverpool. Are you a Beatles fan?
I mean, who isn't a Beatles fan? It's unbelievable what these men have done. They changed music. It's really, I didn't leave the hotel and here, so I haven't even gone around Liverpool. I really wanted to see where they've been, and what, you know, the whole history. They're making 4 movies, I think, right? I mean, it's going to be pretty wild. So, yes.
What do you think? Should you take him out in Liverpool tonight? What do you think, guys? One of the Cavern Club. Let's go. We have a question over here on microphone 4 on the top left.
Hi, my name is Lauren. I'm actually here from Australia, so quite a long way.
Thank you.
I had a similar question to the previous girl, but I'll ask a different one. If you would go back to Broadway or the West End, what would you like to be in, or what's your dream role?
Been thinking a lot about that West End lately, to be honest. And somebody had asked me a couple times about it. Yeah, and I think I'm gonna figure out a way, because you're taking more risks on the West End than on Broadway. There's more nuance and originality, I think. I feel so. I would be excited about the West End. I'm always looking for something, to do. It's all about the time period and who you're doing it with. You know, it's like if you're going to be with that person or those, that company for 4 months or whatever. It's important. But if you got any ideas, even for me and Chris Evans, just email our representatives, and maybe we'll make it happen. But yeah, whole West End would be great.
We'd love to have you on the West End, wouldn't we? Thank you, great question. We'll go to microphone number 1 here on the right.
Hi. I came here from Mexico. This is actually like my birthday trip.
Wow, happy birthday. Thank you for spending it with me.
Yeah.
And us.
I needed a break from school because people are mean. So thank you for being my birthday present. Okay, so I was gonna ask you if you like metal, but then I heard your answer and I was like, oh. But
I like metal?
Yeah.
Like heavy metal?
Yeah.
I don't even know if I know what constitutes as metal now. I remember when I was in high school, I used to love like Tool, that band, and Offspring. What else? Is that metal? It's not metal. Metallica, of course. They're great. But I was more like, into Motley Crue. That's not metal, but.
Thank you so much. Got a question here on the left at microphone 2. Hiya.
Hi, I'm Willow, and I just want to say I saw A Different Man like the day it came out, and it was like so good and it deserves that hype. And my question is, obviously the Thunderbolts, a new trailer for the Thunderbolts came out last night, and you can see Bucky doing a lot of like crazy things. There's a lot of like crazy stunts. So I was wondering, how many of your own stunts do you do?
You know, I really I felt pretty good in this movie because I'd really been around compared to a lot of the other people in this film. And so like I felt like I got some seniority with the stunts, you know, like they let me do a lot of stuff. Obviously the motorcycle was really tricky, you know, so that was really tricky, very specific parts. But some of the things you haven't seen in the trailer, you know, like I was able to do, and I always loved it. You know, but it's as you get older, it definitely hurts.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It will tell you more after the movie comes out. You know, there's stories.
We'll just have to have you back here in Liverpool. What do you say, guys? Verbal agreement. All right, we've got a question over here. Microphone 3 up at the top on the right. Hiya.
Hi, I'm Jack. I came down from Edinburgh today just to see you. So, I loved you in Hot Tub Time Machine, so my question is related to Hot Tub Time Machine. When you're reading the script, what did you think? Because it went completely bizarre near the end. What was your opinion while reading it?
On that film?
Yeah.
It was just like all of the great 80s movies that I loved growing up, you know? Like, my character was just annoying, you know, kind of guy that thought he knew everything. But I just thought it was a fun film and an homage to those 80s movies with John Cusack, who was like a big 80s guy, you know, and Crispin Glover from Back to the Future, who I loved. So.
Favorite 80s movie?
Oh
It's hard
God!
to
I
pick,
mean,
I know.
I love The Breakfast Club. I love a lot of stuff with Molly Ringwald. Yeah, Green Pig. I love Weekend at Bernie's. It's classic. I want to remake that. I don't know. Yeah, there's a lot.
Like everyone's so young in this audience, we're like, we'll have to tell you about it later. Weekend at Bernie's, there was this dude. Yeah. We've got microphone 4 has a question for you. Hi.
Hi, I'm Morgan. I just graduated from drama school and I'm just wondering if you have any advice on getting into the industry.
If I have any advice on?
Getting into the industry.
Getting into the industry.
Yeah.
Lovely accent. I could never do it. I mean, it's amazing. Getting to the acting entertainment industry.
Yeah, the industry, yeah.
You know, it's almost like don't give a fuck. You know, like honestly, like I know it might sound counterintuitive, but like if you just go out there and you have that attitude a little bit, I think whatever the swings are that you're taking you're gonna hit harder. And at some point, one of them is just going to go through. And you might not know what way that will be, but as long as you just, like, don't be afraid is the big one. Like, do not be afraid and don't judge yourself, whatever it is you're doing. Don't sit there and, like, you know, go over it and ruminate over it and then doubt it and doubt it and doubt it, because that's how you kill all of it, right? Like, try it. And if it doesn't work, then the next one you try again. You know, maybe try something different, or and if you're and find people that you trust that will give you an opinion. You know, if you're trying like a piece of music or a monologue in front of somebody, like actually see if they, you know, if they can tell you the truth or not. You know, be selective. Don't just pick someone that you know is going to just give you a hard time because they're jealous or whatever. You know.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Best of luck to you. I've got a question here at microphone 1 on the right. Hey.
Hi, my name is Felicity and I came here from Germany. And this is actually more of a thank you than a question. Oh shit, here come the tears. So I got to a point in my life where I was like not really doing well. I had a lot of self-destructive habits and stuff. And then I kind of like stumbled across you and Bucky. So in other words, thank you for stopping me from taking my own life.
I am deeply, deeply grateful to be here and to see you with my own eyes, flesh and blood. And I'm just so happy that you're here on this planet because we need you on this planet. You know why? Because you're telling the truth and you're sitting up here, you're standing in front of all these people and owning something that's so difficult and so painful. And I think it's one of the greatest possible, bravest things that anyone can do. And it's a great sign of how far you've come. And a great sign of you going forward. So thank you for sharing.
The safe space, these are where your people are, and everyone's supportive. So thank you so much for being here. We've got a question over here on the left at microphone 2.
Hi, my name's Sophie. I'm a big fan of Gossip Girl and Once Upon a Time in Liverpool.
What's your favourite?
Out of the two.
Oh, sorry, what was the question? Which
is your favourite between Gossip Girl and Once Upon a Time?
Once upon a time in New York City, there was fashion, and what was that, like head bandanas? That was a big thing. Yeah, I love them both. You know, I'm happy with both because they were both very big pieces of my life at the time, and it was really, I got to go back to a job and they were great. So I love them both. Although I had a really, Mad Hatter was super fun. I mean, it's not every day someone goes play the Mad Hatter, so I wish that it had more life, but it was fun, and I'm glad that you enjoyed it.
I was waiting for someone to do the Gossip Girl question, or else I was going to do it, so thank you for that. It does. We'll go to microphone number 3 up at the top on the right.
Salut Sebastian, bună ziua, sunt Papi. Thank you. So, a bit of a silly question. You have been acting as long as I've been alive, which is quite fun. 21 years. You're welcome. 43 credits. Out of those 43 credits, you have stated very much in your personal life you'd like doing karaoke. If you could take 2 of those characters out of those 43 credits and films and TVs you've ever done, who would you take and what song would you sing?
What, to karaoke?
So 2 of your characters out of the 43 characters you've ever done, who would you take and what song would you
I
sing?
feel like none of the characters I played would be good singers.
Oswald killed it, and I think Bucky would.
No, Steve from Fresh. That's.
Yeah, unfortunately, Steve would probably eat his.
And sorry, what?
Steve would probably eat his singing partner, so that would be counterproductive.
Very good point. Very good point. Who else? Yeah, I mean, I guess Tommy would be probably would know what's doing.
T.J. Hammond would have done quite well.
T.J. Hammond, yes. Yeah, I think he would have known. He would have been brave in karaoke. Yeah. So maybe
Thank you, Sebastian.
Thank you.
What is your karaoke song of choice?
You know, it's funny because I have 20,000 until someone asks.
Yeah.
But I think there's good. You could always go Billy Idol. You could go The Doors. There's Beyonce. Wait. Yeah. Who? What else? Goo Goo Dolls. Oh yeah. That. I mean. I don't know that one by heart.
We're going to get some lyrics up on the screen if you would.
No.
We're not going to make you sing for your supper. Well, I know you have to get back to your photo ops and your autographs, so just a final question for me. How amazing has this interview been? We appreciate your candor so much. What's up next for you? Looking forward to, be it professionally or personally. What's next?
No, I think it's I don't know. It's been quite a year, so I'm trying to kind of like get through this one and figure out what the next right thing is. So I'm sure it's gonna be figured out soon. But really, I'm very grateful for all of the questions and for how honest people have been, and for anyone that has endured a lot of pain and suffering. I'm happy to see you here, and thank you for your honesty. And listen, like, this is a great place. We'd love to definitely come back. So, maybe I can convince Mackie to come or something. Yeah, we'd love that. So, thank you again for having me. Really appreciate it.
With us here in Liverpool. One more time for Sebastian Stan. Make some noise in 3, 2, 1. Let's hear it one more time for Sebastian Don't forget to share all your photos, videos, and memories from today with us on social media.
Get your cell phone safe.